You're watching 11 Alive Morning News. 11 minutes of nonstop news starts now.
Right now, a lot of uncertainty surrounding Georgia's abortion law after a judge overturned it.
Opponents and supporters are now looking ahead to next steps. Ariana Maniz has a closer look.
State lawmakers for and against the heartbeat law, they are back at the drawing board after the court's ruling to determine how to move forward if abortions came before the state legislature again. In the meantime, both sides, they're sounding off. Pro-life advocates that we spoke to, they tell us that, frankly, they're shocked by the decision and calling it a setback. They said they spent decades fighting for the rights of unborn babies, and the U.S. Supreme Court's decision to overturn Roe v. Wade validated their work. And State Representative Shay Roberts, who railed against the heartbeat law, says pro-choice advocates are happy that women will no longer have to travel outside of the state for an abortion after 6 weeks.
This was not helping anything. This was just making it more dangerous for women. And I think it's fantastic that we are back where we were.
Meanwhile, as far as the legal challenge surrounding the heartbeat law, the Georgia State Attorney's Office, they tell 11 Alive that they plan to appeal this ruling immediately. Back to you.
Thank you, Ariana. Sticking with your 11 minutes of nonstop news, here are some other top headlines.
The Secretary of State's office is kicking off the election audit at the state capitol. The audit is done before state election officials can certify the election results. That is set to happen on Monday. Earlier this month, Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger said he is choosing to audit his own race after being reelected. Tomorrow, county officials will start auditing selected batches of the race.
Senator Raphael Warnock is suing the state, trying to get more early voting days for the runoff election. State law says early voting is not allowed the Saturday after Thanksgiving, but Warnock and Georgia's Democratic Party both say the law does not apply to runoffs. Election day is December 6th. Warnock is facing off against Republican challenger Herschel Walker.
Today, a special grand jury in Fulton County will hear from Cassidy Hutchinson. She was the top aide to the former White House chief of staff under President Trump. Hutchinson could offer insight about what she witnessed in the West Wing, as well as specific steps her former boss may have taken related to possible 2020 election interference in Georgia. Coming up on the Today Show, more on President Biden backing Poland's investigation into why and how a missile came down, killing 2 people. The missile fell as Russia was taking over the Ukrainian power grid. Poland's president is calling it an accident and not intentional, but saying the missile was Russian-made. Biden said it was unlikely that Russia fired the missile.
Well, first of all, it's hard to imagine that the Russians deliberately targeted firing a missile into Poland. The target makes no sense. The last thing they want to do is trigger an Article 5 response from NATO military forces.
It is a big step in the new space race. NASA's Artemis rocket lit up the sky around 1:47 a.m. as it started a journey that will take an astronautless capsule around the moon and back. This launch marks the first under the new moon-focused Artemis program. It is expected to pave the way for NASA to once again send astronauts to the moon.
6:56 now, all new for you this morning. Some 11 Alive viewers reached out to tell us that they did not receive critical government food assistance. They depend on their SNAP benefits to put food on the table. Liza Lucas is looking into the impact on families. Liza?
Yes, good morning. The Bolden family is just one case, and I'm told they're waiting on more than $700 to help feed their 5 kids for the month.
For the most part, we've just been doing our best to try to eat, a little bit less, or, things that are just a little bit cheaper.
They are trying to stretch their budget. And meanwhile, we asked the state officials about the delay. The State Department of Human Services tells us because of inflation and workforce shortages, the department is indeed working through increased volume for SNAP applications and renewals. Now, the department is also offering overtime to staff in order to process cases more quickly, they tell us. The State Department of Human Services did not answer our questions about how many people are impacted by this delay or a timeline for it to be fixed. So if you are experiencing issues, let us know this morning. We have a number to reach out right there on your screen. Just text the details and send it along. We'll press for answers. Chesley.
All right, thanks a lot, Liza. By noon today, temperatures will be in the 40s still. We have a mix of sun and clouds pretty much through the day. today. We'll notice those clouds breaking down as we head through the afternoon. By 3 o'clock, you're looking at a high of about 51 degrees. That's still on the cool side for this time of year. Plus, with the breezes that'll be out there, it'll make it feel even cooler. By 6 o'clock, when you're driving home, of course, it'll be dark. We're looking at 47 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. But again, those clouds will be breaking down. We'll have clear skies through the overnight, which will allow those temperatures to fall off into the 30s for overnight lows.
Hey, don't forget about 11 Alive's 40th annual Can-a-thon. It's December 2nd. You can drop off canned goods and perishable items at 4 locations. Everything you need to know on 11alive.com.
All right, looking forward to that. It's that time of year. We're going to be in South Fulton.
Yeah, we'll be in South Fulton. We're going to be scattered all around.
Yeah, everybody have a great day. Today's show is coming up next.